it going? All right. Time for a late night recording stream. This should be fun. This should be fun. It's gonna be real chill tonight. It's gonna be real chill. Not gonna be like. I'm just gonna relax tonight. Just gonna relax tonight. Oh man, it's one of those kind of like just gotta mellow yourself out kind of days, you know. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Alright, let me grab this. Well, hello, Nihilist Zealot. How are you? Oh no, I got the coffee. It's just, I'm feeling chill today. Don't worry about that, I got the coffee. I've always got the coffee. That's silly. I don't know. It might be even like a red wine kind of night tonight. We'll see. We'll see how long this takes. I think this will probably. I'm just doing the rhythms right now, because I don't want to be here all night, because this is going to be a long cover. Well, long for my channel. Usually like 4 or 5. You know, it's about 4-minute long video. And fusing 2 very melody-focused songs together, that it'll be a little bit tricky to do. So luckily the melodies themselves is not that difficult, but a lot of the melodies are definitely written for piano and not for guitar. So figuring them out on a guitar, it's a little tricky. One in particular, which is going to take a minute tonight, because I decided to do it as a rhythm part. Hello, Drew24. I think that's how you pronounce that, right? Hey, thanks. I got it today, and I love it. I love this sweater. I love it. I figured I needed a good Christmas sweater, and I thought, you know what? I'll buy one of these and support Philly D and the For Human Peoples guys, because they do good work. All right. So, I am doing whatchamacallit, Lusamine, her songs, as in plural, as in both of them. And I'm gonna keep it relatively spoiler-free for those who not have done Pokemon Sun and Moon yet. But she is a character you battle twice. She has 2 phases to her fight, and one is epic, and one just goes off the wall crazy. And I figured that will be a good one. I think this will be my last Pokemon cover for a while. I think with this, I will have 13 songs for the new Pokemon album, and I think that's more than enough. And then I'm going to move on to doing some other things, including, of course, my annual Christmas song, because I've got to do at least one. And then, I don't know. I want to do some FF15 stuff, but I think by the time I actually get around to doing FF15 stuff, it might not be popular enough to really warrant doing, unfortunately. Yeah, mute that. Yeah, so it's going to be something like this, as I mentioned. I don't underestimate the F community. I underestimate the YouTube communities and the attention span of YouTubers, people who use YouTube. I really like the main theme of the new FF15. FF15, yeah. Talking about talking to it at the same time. I really like FF15's main like melody to it that you hear. I like it. I like the music a lot. I like the game a lot, to be honest. I do like the game a lot. Music's got problems, but it's good. I'm pretty sure I'm at like the 99 or 95% mark. Like I'm definitely at the hey, this is obviously the final battle, and so I think I'm close enough to people that actually put stuff beyond that. Put my 2 cents in on that. Be the hardest part of the song right here. And close enough. Like so. And just then like that. So it's gonna be a long one. Hardest part's that one lick that goes up. That one, and that's what I was talking about. Taking some parts that are meant for like piano and transposing them to a guitar is a little tricky. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that, Zealot, because on the one hand, I'm happy that they're like, okay, if there's problems, we're gonna fix it. But at the same time, this game has been in like development hell for so long that I'd rather just see them redouble their efforts into a new game. Like now they finally got the team, and with the combat and with the exploration and stuff like that, I would like to see this team just make a new game, to be completely honest, and just FF15. I mean, it's better than, I think FF15 is way better than 13, and arguably like gameplay wise, one of the more fun ones, because it's like you do stuff, gameplay wise, there's things for you to do. It's not just go story, and yeah, there's definitely some problems in the second half of that game, man. I think the most obvious one in the whole thing, the biggest red herring for me for the second half of the game, is when you get to the big area, when you get to the train. When you get to the train, my first instinct when it gave me control of the character when I was on the train was I hit the map button, and I saw this giant map that you don't explore. You just stay on the train. That just kind of passes through like a chunk of it, right? So my first immediate thought was, I bet you this entire area was supposed to be explorable, whatchamacallit? like with the early part of the game, right? With the first half of the game, I thought that was supposed. I think it was supposed to be like an entire thing, and they just, kind of got rushed and stuff like that. Because I like the villain. I think the villain's cool. I like the idea of the concept of the villain. Again, I'm at like that last point of the game. I don't want without giving away spoilers. How do I put this? I just woke up. I'll just say that. That's where I'm at. If anyone following, and to anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, then yeah. And yeah. But other than that, though, I mean, and then there's some character development stuff like that too. There's a part where one of your companions gets wounded, and actually a couple of your companions get wounded, but one gets like really badly wounded, and at the same time, one of the like a close character to your character dies. Plus, also, it's not really a spoiler. It happens in the first like chapter of the game. Your dad dies because he's the king. So he's got like basically everyone. The main character, like everyone around him, is dying horribly, and his friend just decides to go, stop being a big wuss and just do your job. And it's like, what do you do? And then like reprimanding you every time you try and like split off from the group and like, oh man, we should all stick together. This guy's not doing so well. And it's like, didn't you just have a side quest earlier in this game where you're like, hey, I know we're on a really important mission, but can we go get cup ramen and then slay a behemoth so we can add it to the cup ramen? Like, excuse me? So yeah, there's some continuity errors in that regarding that and stuff like that. Also, with the whole one character being impaired for the last bit of the game there, that feels like it's just artificially lengthened the game so that you can't go running off. You have to like walk through the last bit of the area. So, like I said, there's some things where it's like it feels like they're just trying to extend the game. And even that chapter 13, honestly, I have no real problems with it. Thematically, it's cool. And I just Dark Souls'd it and dodged all the enemies because the dodge gives you an attack, and I just killed everything doing that. Plus, I was loaded up on items, so I had like so many ethers, so I could just restore my magic immediately and just do the big AoE attack and be like, done, no whatever. So that never gave me a problem at all. It's just the thing I think that pissed me off the most is that one character, that one character you just come across and is like, oh, this character I thought they were building up to really cool. He's just dead now, is he? Oh, okay. That's cool, I guess. So yeah, it seems like they cut a bunch of stuff. Titanfall 2 is great. I mean, you can't go wrong with either. Okay, let's record this here. Alright. Turn that off so I can hear myself, and go. In here. Yeah, it's coming right there. Listen. Alright, let's just redo that whole thing. I'll do that better. There. Boop doop doop. That's actually pretty good for what I thought there was going to be more of a challenge. I'll go right there. It was a little sloppy. Really squeeze those notes. Punching right there. Oop, that's my tuner. Nope, wrong button. There we go. And that's part 2. Alright, let me just tuck my tuning here. I think this is my favorite track besides Guzma's theme in Sun and Moon. It's got the first half especially. I really like that melody. Simple, it's good, it's catchy, it's kind of creepy. Apparently me, Elblood. Also you. You're up too. You're also awake. And boom, and a boom. Well, while I'm doing this, who here has got the Christmas shopping done? Who is all prepped for Christmas? Because I got my Christmas shopping done back in November, but I'm still waiting for stuff to show up. Part of my girlfriend's present showed up, but the other 4 pieces didn't show up. Only one part did. And it's all from the same store, so I'm a little like, guys, it's one order. It's just one order. It shouldn't be that difficult, right? Why are you sending it to me in pieces? Boop and a boop. Big chord. Alright, cool. Let me finish up the first half of the rhythms. Cool. And we'll save that. And I'm going to call, because this is essentially the same track, you are now guitar right. Get out of here, scratch. Actually, I better keep that. I better keep that because there's still stuff in the second half of the song I have to line up with. Scratch. Boop. I'll duplicate that. Sweet. I'm not looking forward to that second half of the song, man. Whew, it's gonna be. I mean, pretty. It's pretty. It's gonna be pretty crazy. Fair enough, Zealot. Fair enough. Oh no, I do it complete by ear. I don't write my stuff down because that would take too long. I can read and write music and tablature and all that kind of stuff, but yeah, I just tend to do it by ear, which can be a little bit tricky because you know you gotta listen for parts. Not only do you have to listen for parts and learn them, but then you have to go, what would work in what parts? So like, what melodies would work in a rhythm? What melodies would work in the lead parts? What will work with the bass parts? What rhythms as a drummer can I do to line up against that, etc. Stuff like that. There's a lot of little things that go into it to make it to kind of work. And I figure instead of writing it all down, which would take forever, I would just do it and just kind of work it out in my head. Right, listen to the songs a few times and go, okay, I think I got an idea. And because of that, I tend to just do the first idea that comes down, comes out of my head, which reminds, and because of my time constraints, it doesn't ever get like too overproduced and stuff like that. It's just kind of bare bones idea. I'd rather have a song released that I'm like 90% happy with than 100% happy with, because if it was a song I was 100% happy with, it would never come out. It would never be out. It would take me months to get recorded. I'd rather just get it out there and move on to the next project and take what I've learned and move that kind of stuff. Kind of a silly question, Drew. MIDI is musical instruments digital interface. Basically anything that involves like all these drum parts, I record via MIDI from my drum kit into the drums. So yes, I use MIDI all the time. That's kind of an odd question because everyone uses MIDI. I think it's mainly because I'm not a guitar player. I mean, I am obviously I'm a guitar player, but I'm not a guitar player first. I'm a drummer first, so I don't think of things as guitar parts. I think of things as like, this could be a cool. I don't think every melody has to be played on the lead guitar part. I think like, oh, well, this could be cool if I did this with like with a string section, if I did this with a choir thing. And I wasn't really until I started filming that I started putting more emphasis on guitar playing, because obviously it's much more fun to watch someone play a guitar playing leads than it is to just watch a guy doing a keyboard part. So yeah, that's kind of what that came about. I think I better take it that. No, because no one cares enough about Surfisticuffs. I didn't do a palm mute, did just two shots there, so we'll go like see, this is what I figured this part was gonna sound like. It's gonna be messing this particular part up. Wouldn't be at least till July. Wouldn't be at least till that. Again, it depends on how much money I can save up when I release this Pokemon album, how much money that makes and stuff like that. Really just comes down to costs and expenses and stuff like that. That's what it comes down to, really. Living in Montreal isn't that expensive. Having a the problem is more than half my income comes from teaching here, which means that if I was to go do that over in Montreal, I'd have to learn French because, a lot of people there speak French, not English. I mean, it'd be better if I could speak both languages. And then B, I'd have to restart my entire student base from scratch again. And that would take a while. That took me years to get to the point where I'm at now, where I can live like that. So ultimately, it would have to come down to I have to be able to support myself completely 100% by this stuff. Which ultimately, if you're ever curious of how to support me directly, buy an album. Seriously, that helps so much. You have no idea. Like, honestly, if the people who watch my videos in the first 24 hours all bought an album, I would be set. Like, if on one video, if all those people bought an album, I'd be set for basically the entire year. Like, if they all spent $10 on an album, bam, I would be like, sweet, quit the day job, do all that, do this completely full time. But yeah, that's the problem. And of course, there's the expenses of getting my stuff over to Montreal. Did I nail it? Let me just listen back. I can do it cleaner. I can do that way cleaner. Boop. Oops, that is the wrong notes. Boop. That's my finger slipping. Come on. Please tell me I at least got that. Nope. Missed the first bit. That's okay. That's okay. Try again. Damn it. Almost got it. Let's do let's go from right there. Before I do that, let's make sure I got that. Got a bit further on that one. Wrong note. Metal time indeed, Gab Taraf. Oh, and thank you, Elblood. I really like how that album turned out. There's some things I would do differently next time, but I like how that album turned out. It was a good one to do. Okay, I went that far. I just didn't realize I slid that far. this here. Bam. Ooh, well, we all know that story, Blood. We don't have to repeat it. We all know that one. I'd rather not even acknowledge that group existed. Cool. And let me just back up and give this a quick little listen. Make sure I didn't flub nothing. Beep. It's okay. Like I said, no regrets with that group, because that was a nice little jumping off point into things that actually, like, you know, pay me. Oh boy. Oh, thank you, not giving a You see that? You see that? See, I'm almost swearing on stream. I'm almost swearing on stream. Alright, well, let me just quickly tune the guitar while I do this here. Which, by the way, the reason why I haven't done an original album in a while is because currently all the original music I'm writing for is for everyone else right now. So, like, yeah, one of them is for sure a game. I guess I can talk about it, but again, I'll just ask, I'll ask the guy if I can discuss it, because I know, there's some people who want to push it and even possibly get it going for, get a booth set up for PAX East. But, there's a... And the game is on, like, early access already on Steam and stuff like that. So, like, it is a game you can actually go play right now. But I haven't really gotten my music in the game yet. They're kind of just using genera music right now. But, there's that. And then, there's something else, which I'm kind of haven't done in a while. And, I haven't really worked on, and I have to apologize for, the guy, because I haven't touched it in a bit, because I've been swamped with other projects, but, I've been working on that, which again I can't really talk about because it hasn't even been officially announced yet. And then there's that stuff for TB with Shoutcraft. There is a project I'm working on right now with some local guys called Ravenous, which is pretty fun. Although I have some, I mean, I'm generally enjoying that one, but that one's definitely probably like the lowest priority on everything right now, just because it's, I mean, it's a local band. It's not really my main interest. I got into YouTube because I was tired of local bands to begin with. But the guys are super nice people and great players, absolute great players. So, I mean, that's why I'm giving this group a chance. And then I got a gig with another band I'm playing with. There's a few things. There's never the list never really shortens. And of course, because I know if someone's going to be thinking, but what about I have to get through all of my Patreon stuff. My plan is once this is done, and once Christmas is done, I'm just going to back-to-back release a bunch of Patreon medleys of all the songs, because, like, the list is about, like, 40 to 50 deep. It's a lot. And then I think once that's done, I'm going to revamp Patreon, just because to a system that makes... Now there's more options as a creator to be able to do my content in ways that are you know, that are not, you know, that make me feel more good about what I'm doing. I hate doing, like, charging by the month and then, like, putting out 3 covers and not 4. It feels like I'm wronging you guys. So I might go buy video instead, and then I'm just gonna cut off requests in general because I can't keep doing that, and, that'll just take forever. So, if you got a request and you want to put the $10 in, this is basically your last month. So here's a little bit of heads up for you. If you want to do it. If you have a request, by the way, on Patreon, I will be posting the master list of everything that was requested and by who, so if you don't see your name on it, and you're a Patreon guy or an ex-Patreon guy, make sure to check it, and I will add it to that, and I will confirm and all that kind of stuff. But I have a master list going, so I've got everything on it, as far as I know. Sorry, people are interacting with me on Twitter, and I'm checking it right now. And listening for guitar parts. 2 seconds. I'm not ignoring you, I'm just concentrating on 2 things. boom. This is happening, by the way. That'll be a clean guitar. Plus other things, and then... Speeds up and into part 2. Yeah, this one just screams epic. All right, what did I miss? What did I miss? Oh, nice. Not giving a... it's... kind of got it half right there, Nihilazella. It's not that they wanted to get a guy to mix it. It's like they wanted to get a guy to, they wanted a guy to master it. I'm like, I'll just master it. I don't throw the extra $400 into it. The problem I have is that one of the guys, again, he seems like a really nice guy, but he kind of comes across as the I'm older than you, therefore I know more than you. And it's like, do you though? Do you really? Because the stuff you're saying implies that you're just kind of regurgitating info you read in a forum somewhere. Are you sure? Are you sure you know more than me? And yeah. So, and again, I don't want to mix this album. That's the thing. I'm already busy enough as it is. I want to be hands off on the mixing process. I want someone else to do it. But I played the drums part. And yeah. Again, he seems like a nice guy, but he's got that air of like, I'm like 10 years older than you, therefore I must be right and you must be wrong. And it's like, right, and it's not like I have the YouTube channel or anything like that, or do this for a living or anything like that, and you're just like you do construction for a living. It's one of those guys who's kind of like, oh, I went on tour to big country. But by tour I mean one show, and it was more like a vacation. Right, so it's like, okay, you went on tour. But yeah, again, seems like a nice guy, but he comes across like that. And I'm speaking openly because I know he's never going to watch this because he doesn't watch my stuff at all. On topic, my friend wants to cover a song, blah, 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 blah. No, he's got to put his own money in. Because that also for my setup and everything like that. So I can keep track of everything like that. So no, Elblood. If he wants to do it, he has to put his own in. Hello, Ed. Sorry, Egd TV, EGD TV. I'm just gonna call you Egd. That's better. Egd. There we go. Egd. Perfect. There we go. That's officially your name from now on. Egd. No, see the thing with Zealot is the music industry is rampant with that mindset, but the thing is, with the music industry, because of the way technology has been going, the younger people tend to actually have better knowledge of a lot of the new recording techniques. Like, it's great. He wants to do things the old school way. Like, for example, he's talking about, like, the differences in, like, he's talking about recording differences that are so minute that, like, it'd be like saying, hey, don't use that $10 cable. Use this $50 cable for your guitar because it'll sound just that much better. And I can tell you right now, as you guys, the listeners, that will not make a difference whatsoever. It won't make a difference whatsoever. It's like those guys that are like, oh no, bias FX sounds good. Once in a while, I actually don't use bias FX. I use Podform. And I just switch to Podform and just do that. And then people go like, oh man, this sounds so thick. It sounds such a great tone. And it's like, remember that thing everyone complains about, Podform, that bad sounding program? Yeah, then we know that one that the entire first Periphery album is recorded with, Podform. You know that one. Yeah. So I think it's just completely subjective, and also it's completely pointless anyways because we're talking about an EP of like 4 songs that we don't even know if people are going to that they're going to sell. Like we don't know if it's going to be a popular thing or not. So it's like ultimately it's completely like superficial. All the changes he wants to do. It's like I want to use my preamp, so we're going to use my preamp to record this bass part, which ironically they didn't use in the first. Like he didn't use it all to begin with, and did exactly what the bass player sent in his recording, but he did it at his setup instead of the guy's setup for some reason. Which oddly enough, I have that preamp in my computer as a plugin. So I mean, if I wanted to add that in, I could have just been like, add. There you go. I have your $1,000 piece of analog gear in a plugin. Done. So it's like it's completely superficial. It's completely superficial stuff. It's like it's not things. In fact, you guys want to hear something really funny? You guys want to hear something really funny? This is how silly complaining about stuff like that is, right? So we're gonna listen to this track here for a second, right? So we're gonna listen to this first track here, right? The first phase of this fight. And I want you to pay attention to the drums specifically, okay? The drumming percussion in the background. So everyone can hear the drums, right? I know what I'm talking about when it comes to music production, because not only can I tell you what drum samples those are, I can show you which one it is exactly, and which loop it is in this drum pattern. I've got an ear for these little things. And for stuff like this, I've got a pretty good ear for music production. And just a second, you can't see the screen I have loaded up right now, but I'm currently loading up Native Instruments Damage. And let me just go like this, and go like this, and go like this, and this, and this, and this. Loop menus, and I believe it's Industrial Full or it's Epic Tech, one or the other. Let me just double check. Right, so that drum part is either this patch, it's either this one. Just a second, I'm going to replug my keyboard back in. It's either Industrial or Tech. I can't remember which one exactly it is, but I'm pretty sure it's either this patch here. Okay, so it's Industrial. So it's Industrial Full. So it's one of these patches here. And not only can I identify that from just my ear alone, I have the plugin. Where is it? Where is it here? I guess it's in full. It's in this one patch. It's in this patch right here. It's one of these ones. There you go. This is the one I want. And I believe it's in this patch. Again, you can't see the screen I'm looking at right now because I don't have a recorder like that. But there you go. But yeah, like if I was to play one of these patches, and I'm going to guess this one. And all of a sudden it's like, hey, look. like that. So like, yeah, it's like I know what I'm talking about when it comes to this stuff like that, and I can hear these little things and stuff like that. And if me who can hear these little nuances and subtle things like that in music can't tell the difference between this guy's $400 interface for recording and this guy's $2,000 interface for recording, then you guys aren't going to hear a difference. So yeah, it's superficial things. It's completely superficial changes that the guy wants, and it's like, I mean, ultimately he's mixing it, so he can go right ahead and mix it all he wants, and that's fine. But it's just like, he's got that air of, I know what I'm doing, and it's like, okay, sure, all right, cool, great. All right, back to the guitar part. The key to this knowledge, not giving a fit, is trial and error over the years. The funny thing is I started using this sample program a while ago, and then I started noticing it popping up. The first time I heard it, this sample program was in one of the fighting combat sounds in Borderlands 2, and I was like, wait a minute, and then I actually heard a sample of it in Interstellar, the movie Interstellar. And it was during the big epic scene with the rotating space station and stuff like that, and it actually completely pulled me out of the entire movie because I was like, I have that sample on my computer. I know what you did. I know what you used to compose that. I know what you used to compose that. All right. Anyways, enough of me ranting. I don't want to rant. I don't want to sit here and be like, bleh. Because like I said, the guy seems like a really nice guy, good guitar player. And the other guy, the other guys in the band too, another fantastic Shreddy McShredderson guitar player, great player, and yeah. But like, I had to explain to the other guitar player, again, super nice guy, that his Axe Effects, because he has a Fractal Axe Effects, is only a preamp and not a power amp, because he plugged it into a guitar cabinet at a jam space that we were, sharing with someone, and he's like, why isn't sound coming out of it? I'm like, well, it's only a preamp, right? Like, you need a power section to make it loud. And he's like, oh, well, I have powered speakers in my car that he usually uses. So I'm like, okay, we have a way around that. But it's like, the guy has a Fractal, like, uses it, and didn't even know that little bit of detail. So, and that guy too is like, again, like 5 or 6 years older than me. So it's like, age doesn't mean anything in the music industry. If anything, the older you get, the more you tend to get stuck in your ways, and then the less you adapt and learn new tech. Whereas I want to learn new stuff all the time. It's one of the reasons why I play around with synths and play around with electronic music as well too, because I want to learn. I want to learn how to do it all because it's so cool. And as soon as you get to that, I know what's right and you don't, and like maybe get that kind of thing instead of like, let's try your way and we'll try my way. And okay, so I see the differences there. Okay, but like when we actually meet in the middle, and not like no, we'll do it my way. It's like, but we can try. No, we'll do it my. Like that's when things start. When you shut down the communication, that's when things go south. That's basically what happened in the American election. Ayo, topical. All right, back to recording. I guess I don't have to record there. There's a big gap. All right, time for the lick. Time for the goddamn lick. This is gonna be a pain in the butt. Because it's a fast one. And this is one of those tricks where it's, as a piano part, it's not too difficult, but as a guitar part, this is tricky. Just like I'm just on a metronome on and try and play it against that first. Who? Beep, deep, down. It's that Going back. That's that part. Alright, time to butcher this. This will take a minute. This is going to take a minute. That's the wrong part. Not even close. Not even close. There we go. Oh, this is gonna be rough. Whoa, why'd I write this? Got the first pass. Oh, almost. Ugh. This will take a minute. Time for the shred. Friggin' John Petrucci licks here. Let's go. Okay, almost that one. I think the biggest, most important thing that especially, and I think it's the group from like 18 to like 25 especially, that take a little longer to develop this, is I think you just need to know when to admit when you're wrong and improve. Like when someone shows you that you're wrong, they go like, "Oh yeah, I guess I am. Thanks for widening my viewpoint." And I think that's like the most important thing when it comes to that kind of thing like that, right? Like if you go like, no, you're wrong, then it's like, you know, that's when you shut down things like that. But yeah. I think about it this way. Think about playing an instrument. If you played everything perfect all the time, you didn't learn anything. If you make mistakes and improve on the mistakes, you'll learn something, right? I think that's kind of like life itself, right? Like you constantly learn, constantly be proven wrong. Like, oh hey, I did something wrong. Oh okay, cool, and just be accepting of that. Like, yeah. For example, I screwed up the lyrics in Gozma's theme. I said go instead of skull, and I'm like, okay, all right. I'm not gonna re-upload it because that'd be silly, and totally messed up. And I will know better for next time. But there's people who have to keep telling you, but you're wrong though. But you're wrong. It's like, I know, and I've improved that. Almost got it. Bam. Yeah. Almost got it. I got like one note off and that would have been fine. Okay, just a second. That's how I'll do it. And then that little turnaround like that. All right, one more attempt, practice attempt, and it'll do a real one. Bit of an audio glitch there too. Interesting. All right, let me just do this. Boom. Check my tuning. Man, this conversation got really deep. I feel like I should be like smoking a pipe and like have a monocle and be like, yes, quite, yes, well, the human condition and stuff like that, blah 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 blah. Yes, let's change the topic. Who saw PewDiePie's "Can This Get a Million Likes" video, and who here fell for his channel getting deleted? Because I knew he was gonna delete the second channel from day one, because I follow PewDiePie. And, God, that made me laugh so hard when, like... Because during that video, and when he says he's going to delete his channel, he also talks about how, like, you know, there's so much clickbait and crap on the internet, and how, like, news stories and stuff like that, news places are, like, just, you know, taking misinformation and taking things out of context. And it was just, and then what did they do? Everyone took anything out of context and misinformation. Everyone was like, oh, he's going to delete his channel. Second channel. And it was so funny. It's not even his vlog channel, Zella. It's not even his vlog channel. It was a second channel he made to get a gold play button, and it was hilarious. I was so happy, dude. Like, PewDiePie got so good in like this last year. Like, I used to watch his content a while ago, and then I kind of stopped when he was kind of doing the yelly screamy thing for kids. And then, yeah, at that point, I kind of stopped watching for a bit. And then, after that, he got better, and the team of guys he's working with, group of guys he's working with in Brighton, God, they're geniuses, man. Felix and all those guys, they are smart cookies, and they are freaking hilarious. I love them. I barely even watch his gameplay stuff. I just watch his, like... his vlog stuff, and once in a while I watch his gameplay stuff, and even his gameplay stuff's gotten better. He's less yelly and screamy. The really funny trend I've noticed, though, with that is that, you know, there's like that first wave of YouTubers, gamer YouTubers that popped up, you know, PewDiePie being the big one, and then there was that, like, second wave, like your Markipliers and stuff like that. Well, here's the thing, Zealot, right? So it went, you know, PewDiePie went yelly screamy. Markiplier, you know, started getting popular because he wasn't yelly and screamy. And I was like, okay, I'll start watching his stuff. And he started getting yelly and screamy. And then I switched back to PewDiePie to see what he was up to, and he wasn't yelling and screaming anymore. And I noticed that it's almost on a loop. It's like the second wave of the gamer channels are like 8 months behind the first wave, and it's really funny. Like, because they're doing the exact same loop. Like, Mark's doing the exact same loop that PewDiePie was doing. Now he's going into yelly and screamy. And PewDiePie's out of that phase, and it's funny. It's really funny seeing that. So I think the next phase for like guys like Mark will be more well edited videos, more time on the editing stuff, and less on the just like one solid clip and stuff like that. And it'll be, you know, clever editing and stuff like that. Like back when Mark used to do his compilation videos, right? Like that. It'll be more like that. And I don't know. It's interesting. It's fascinating to watch as a guy who likes looking at the numbers. I love it, but it's like they're going through phases 8 months apart from each other. So like you see one do it, and then you see the other. It's so interesting, and not just Mark, but like a lot of the larger gamer YouTubers. It's super interesting to watch from like a analytic perspective. That's that last little bit there. Boop. Yeah, I stopped watching Mark just because of the exact reason I stopped watching PewDiePie, because he went through that phase of yelly, screamy, appealing to 9-year-olds. And hopefully he'll snap out of it. Hopefully I'm right and he'll snap out of it just like PewDiePie did, and I'll go back and start watching him again. I think what's happening is I'm flipping my my picking, so when I get to the second half, I'm now on an upstroke, not a downstroke. So I just gotta be aware of that. Yeah. Yep. Hands. Like, literally the rest of the part of the song is like, which will be just chugging, which will be super easy. I had to be like, I have to play this on guitar. I had to do that because Because I'm crazy, apparently. Just a second here. I have to practice this. While we're practicing, just a second. Okay. Alright. As a teacher, I am about to practice what I preach. Strap in, boys. Strap in, boys. This is how you learn. This is how you learn to play music. It's in group of 3. Sorry. It's in 3-4. We are entering this phase. We are entering this phase. Bam! Crap. There we go. Okay. Up by 5. Okay, up by 5. If you're following at home, what I'm doing is I am doing it and I'm increasing it by 5 BPM every time. Alright. Getting better. Getting more confident. Nope. Come on, me. Come on, me. Alright, feeling more confident. The tempo's at 170, so I'm at 150 right now. So we're almost there. Oop. Uh-oh. Alright. Alright, feeling better. Oop. Alright, feeling more confident. Feeling more confident. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'll explain what I'm doing here. This is a good little method for teaching or for practicing for yourselves out there, kiddos. I teach all my students this. Okay. Almost there. 165. Oops. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. $170, which the song's about at. Uh-oh. Getting a little sloppy, Come on, gotta focus. Yeah, good job, Magic Carp. Also, welcome. Yeah, love this shirt. Enjoying this shirt quite a bit. Ugh. All right, feeling better, feeling more confident. So, that's not why I'm playing with the metronome, is not to get up to speed. Here's where it gets interesting. 175. Oop. Gotta watch that turnaround. D&B speed. Uh-oh, losing it. And for funsies, I'll try 185. Yep. Try it again. Tune up here. So, while I'm doing this, what I just did there is I started slower, at a speed that I'm more confident with. Played it a few rounds. Got more. I'm doing it kind of in fast mode here, because I'm not going to sit here for like an hour to practice this part. And I rose the speed up by 5 BPM at a time. Or BPM at a time. Just enough. Just a little bit. Just slightly faster. And just increased it by 5. Again, we started here, to remind everyone. We started all the way down here. And we ended all the way up here. This is essentially shred gains, is what this is. Also, I didn't just do the speed of the song. I went faster to make it easier to play the speed of the song. And hopefully that paid off with my shredding. And that is what I would recommend for anyone who is practicing. For the love of God, get a goddamn metronome for your phone. Goddamn metronome. There's 1,000 ones that are free on an app on your preferred app store, and do that for practicing. All right. Let me... It's a little sloppy, but that was the right idea. Bam! Alright. Sorry, I was looking at chat there for a second. Alright. Alright. Not lighting the intonation. Put my fingers in the right spot here. Thinking about too much. Thinking about too much. Get too many of those squacks. Squacks. Yep. Almost. Almost. I can do that better. I know I can. Whenever the artwork gets done. Bam. Hitting too many of the open strings. Bam. Cool. Let's give that a listen. Sloppy notes in there. I want this real clean. Beeped. Was that a joke? Side quest was literally just a picture with me photoshopped. I photoshopped myself in 2 seconds. I hope that was a joke. Ah, I used the wrong finger. I hesitated. No! There we go. Yatta! Alright. Hard part over. Well, almost over. I have to do it 3 more times. But, at least I can do it once. Let's go ahead and save. Beep. Not giving a feep. Literally do what I just did, but with your scales or with melodies and stuff like that you enjoy. In fact, great feature. And it's kind of a silly feature, but it's a great feature for learning. If you go to YouTube, say you're like, say you're confident enough that you want to play a song, right? Go to YouTube, which I'm gonna do right now. And I'm just gonna just go on trending and just pick the first top 40 song I see just to hit home this point. I guess no one's putting a song out right now because it's all videos and movies. Give me a song, damn it! Give me a song. That's all I want. Give me a song. Give me a song. Screw it. Top 40. There we go. Anything good? Anything good? Sure, Weekend. Starboy. Done. Cool. Great. Skip ahead here. Alright, so you go like this. Cool. Well, I know the chord progression already because this is a very standard chord progression. But say you don't. Say you don't, right? Let's go to a clean channel here. Boop. So say you can't pick apart this, Right, so say you can't figure that one out by yourself, right? In settings, there is the speed. Everyone that joke thing. Hey, this song at half speed. Slow it down. Etc. Like that. Or if you want to go real slow, there's the, 25% speed. Which doesn't play audio. Never mind, you can't do that. Or if you want to, a challenge, go like this. Put it up to, faster. So you do that. There's a little trick for you. Little music haiku for practicing and stuff like that, for playing along and things like that. It's a great little way to kind of, break down a song that you want to look at. Bam. Okay. Bam. Back to what I was doing. But yeah, good way to do that. Good way to do that. Final little thing to do. And again, everyone's like, oh, I gotta play fast. Oh, the memes, I gotta play fast. No, don't. Don't play fast. It's not about being fast. It's about control. It's about knowing how to be in control of what you're playing. If you can do that and play something evenly at the same volume, some stuff like that, then you shouldn't have a problem playing it faster. You should just naturally get faster as you do that. As all music, your goal isn't to play fast, it's to play consistent. Alright. Again, I've been playing guitar now for a number of years, 6 or 7, and you don't start off by doing this kind of stuff. You start off by doing, like, yes, I'm gonna play the whole thing just to make a point. You start with that. You don't start with, shreddy shreddy. You don't start with that. You don't do shreddy shreddy sweet guard. You don't do that. No, you don't start off like that. Yeah. Alright, what chords did I play here? Scratch track, activate. Devil's Notes everything, activate. That's what I did, okay. So that's that's what it was. Nope, we got a buzz. Get out of there, Buzz. No buzzing. No buzzes. No business. No buzzing. No buzz. Yeah, fail. Fail. Alright, we're gonna punch in there. Make it save myself time. Alright, and then chug, chug, chug. Time for chugs. Time for breakdowns. Alright, what's the rhythm? Boom, 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 boom. That's what I want, yeah. But more smooth. Gonna come in right there. I had a bit of a buzz. Boop. Hit that again. There we go. And check that tuning. Hear that breakdown. back into and then on the last pass of the song, it's gonna go back to the the melody, and then it's gonna become chords, and then I'm gonna play the melody from part 1, but in a 3/4 type thing, and in a different you know, gonna play that melody, kind of reference it at the end there to kind of bookend the whole song, because it'll be in a different key, but I'll make it, make it work, and just adapt it to 3/4 instead of 4/4, and yeah. Cool. And all right, it's our old friend. Our old friend's back. Cool. So coming out of that. That's okay, I made a slight flub in that first pass anyways. Boop. Oops, slight flub there again. Fingers need you to work faster. Yeah. Save on time, I'm gonna go right here. No, music theory is not a skill. Music theory is theory. The skill is learning how to apply it to the instrument. And to be honest, you don't need to know much music theory to play music. Honestly, on a guitar, if you can know this. Like that, then you're good. Especially that part, you have to do you have to buzz. Like Buzz-O-Matic 5000 there. If you know that scale, you're fine. That's all you need. Sit here and hold that for a minute. I'm just being silly. Don't have to hold it nearly that long. But yeah. To an extent, Magikarp. Theory only helps you so far. Really, major, minor, and pentatonic scales. If you know those, if you're playing a guitar, if you know how to do this, and then you're fine. You don't need to know any more than that. Just have to know how major and minor works. Major is the one that sounds happy. Minor is the one that sounds evil. Harmonic is the one that sounds Middle Eastern. And then pentatonic is the one that sounds, well, rocky and bluesy. And then we're tuning. Like that. The stuff you learn in high school, basically. That's the theory you only really need. Everything else is cool, but it's not going to help you in a practical thing. Pentatonic is the one, you know. Technically, I'm playing a blues scale because I'm adding extra notes, but yeah. That's all you need, dude. That's all shredding is just moving up and down scales. And I don't really like shredding. I mean, it's cool, and I'm not the best at it. But there's guys who are far superior at shredding than I am. And it serves its purpose, but, like, I much prefer stuff like... stuff like that. I much prefer stuff like that. I think it takes way more skill to do that kind of stuff. Just because you have to know how to apply that. Shredding is just scales up and down. You get better at doing that by just playing some more scales. Just learn some music. Really? Just learn some music. Learn your favorite songs on the radio. Especially the songs on the radio, because the songs on the radio typically aren't all that complicated of songs to learn. That's why they're on the radio. I mean, my dad was a Juno Award-winning blues guitar player, so yes, I may have picked up a few influences from him. Just a couple. Just a couple of influences from him. I'm in the wrong tuning, but... There you go, there's some death clock for you. The problem is metal usually requires some technical skill to start with, so I would start with rock before I started doing metal. Oh, right, turn that off. Well, here, okay, let me rephrase that. The stuff you hear on the radio is less complex to a point. It's actually more complex, especially the older stuff, if you... It's deeper than that. It's a little more complex with chord voicings and subtle techniques and stuff like that. Subtlety is the big thing. Like, for example, everyone thinks, oh, man... You know, I'll go learn, how to play, AC/DC Back in Black. But then you go play it and go, I'm playing it, but why don't I sound like the guys? And it's because that's, yeah. That's because of all the little subtle techniques they use and stuff like that makes you a guitar player, right? So there's actually a lot more to the radio stuff than you'd think. Okay, here we go. Double up the hard part. Yep. And we'll know if I'm doing it wrong, because I'll hear it. Give that a quick listen back. One more take. Much better. Okay. And some weird stuff in there. One more time. Magikarp, I hate to be that guy, but while it's the same basic motion, different group of muscles. The motion I'm making is this. Not this. So either adjust your technique for one or the two. One or the other. Either adjust your technique for being single or for being a guitar player. Alright. I mean, you kind of set me up. I just laid up, you know. I just went for it. You've been in the stream long enough to know. I'm just teaching you more techniques for both. Yeah, man, Hetfield's down picking is incredible, and I've always been an alternate picking guy, but damn, that's definitely that down picking, man. Like, that's one thing I've been working on, because that guy's down picking is sick. Actually, no. Chances are, if you're a guitar player, you're even more single because all the girls are going after DJs now. And YouTubers. What? No, hold on a second here. I'm gonna grab something. I think it's that time of night to switch over to wine. And yes, I just drank wine straight out of a bottle. Because that's how you meddle. That's how you meddle. Why even waste the glass, you know? Why even dirty the glass? No. Wine is fantastic grape juice. Clearly you're just not drinking the right wine. Honestly, I've always been a wine guy. It also might be because I'm part Italian, and it's kind of just, like, you know, engraved into my genes at this point. Also, it's a hell of a lot better for you than beer. Jesus Christ, it's way better for you than beer. Beep 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 bear. There we go. Let's give that a quick listen back. I can get that tighter. I'll get that tighter. I was gonna make a really bad joke, but I figured I would go against that joke there. Yeah. Excuse me. A coughsicle, if you will. To be honest, I'm actually considering, because of that, for MagFest this year, because there's only that one tiny little, what am I talking about here? There we go. Because at MagFest, there's only like that one tiny little, like Starbucks stand. I think I'm actually gonna bring my French press and a bag of coffee and a grinder, because in luggage, because I don't want to deal with that. Plus, I will also have delicious ass coffee in my room, and yeah, I think I'm gonna do it that way, because I think that I'm gonna be a coffee hipster, and I'm gonna bring my own coffee. And when everyone's going, "Oh, you're such a coffee hipster," while they're drinking their really bad Starbucks coffee, I'm gonna have delicious fresh coffee, freshly grinded, in my room, and then I'll have a little to-go cup that I'll be able to walk around the floor with. I think I'm gonna do that. I think it'll be a huge thing, because I've tried all the coffee I had at MagFest was not great. It was not great. It really wasn't great. Also, Marilyn, what the hell is up with you and your liquor stores closing at like 9 p.m.? That's garbage. You old people? Jesus. Learn how to party. I'm going to re-record both, because I have some of the held some of the notes longer than I should have. Almost. Let's just go like this. There we go. Much better. And now let's get the other side. A little flat. Cool. Beep. Also, since we're talking about cool stuff, I'm thinking about getting an Evertune installed in this guitar because I freaking love this guitar and I've always wanted something with an Evertune, so I might get it cut up. And because I think one of the guys in Canada who installs Evertunes lives in my city, which is really handy. So I might get an Evertune. I might treat myself to a self-Christmas present this year by doing that. Oh, a Magic Up. An Evertune. It's a bridge that it's routed the same way as a Floyd Rose that holds the string tension or holds your notes in tune using a series of springs. And yeah, it's basically keeps your guitar more or less in tune forever. Which is freaking fantastic. They're like $300 bridges though, plus the installation, so it'll probably cost me like $600, but then I'll never have to worry about that, and I can literally just grab my guitar and go, boop, play, and I don't have to worry about retuning every like couple seconds. McQuaid's has one at my local music store, or Canada's music store has a couple at the store right now, and they're fantastic. But I don't want to buy a whole guitar just for an Evertune. I want to put it on a guitar I like, because I don't have to go buy a whole new guitar just for a cool bridge. And I've pretty much like. I only ever play in like drop C now, so I just keep it in drop C, and then I would be fine. And it basically, like, even if the neck shifts, like if you're in a different climate and going through different altitudes on a plane, stuff like that, it stays in tune, which is great, which would be really handy for anything really. Why not the ML3? Because the ML3 is not my favorite. This Edge has become my favorite. By the way, I'm calling this guitar Edgelord because it's a Jericho Guitars Edge, and I appreciate the fact it's great. I mean, like altitude specific for planes, right? That's one of the reasons why when you transport guitars over in planes, they tend to tell you to, hey, slack off the strings because it's gonna warp the neck a little bit. And also, depending on how you're like, this is a piece of wood. Like, this is pieces of wood, right? So like the climate will change. Like, depending on if it's dry or humid, it will change how the neck. It'll and the heat too. Heat and cold. The temperature will change will expand and shrink the wood, right? It is a piece of wood still. It is still a piece of wood. And I think Edgelord is a great name for this guitar. Because it's edgy as beep. Alright, safe. I really like this. Honestly, I'm considering getting their 8-string too, just like in the same model, because like I really like this guitar. Like it's perfect. It doesn't weigh too much, but it's like satisfyingly heavy. Like it doesn't feel like an Ibanez where you're gonna like it's gonna fly off of you. It's got an extra little bit of a longer scale length, so it's good for drop tunings. Like it's designed for drop tuning, so you can use like a regular pack and it still have like a drop tune thing. And then also I enjoy the I just enjoy the tones. Like it's just the stock pickups in the guitar that they make for this particular model, and it sounds great. Locking tuners, and it's just like I've got really no complaints about it. This guitar, it's like I can't even like it's not even like oh my god it's so good, but it's like oh it's time to record. Grab this guitar always. But yeah. Yeah, but you know what's lighter than titanium? Like maple and alder. Nope, wrong note. Try that again. I think it depends on the wood, because you can get like ebony and mahogany, rose, and stuff like that. And depending on the type of wood, it'll be different densities, right? Like you can have two guitars that are the same wood and they'll feel different weights. So maybe you can have a titanium guitar that's lighter. I don't know how. I mean, there's a guitar. What's his nuts? Guthrie Govan has a guitar with a titanium. Uh, is it chrome or titanium? Chrome or titanium fretboard. So it's like basically just a constant slide guitar, and it's so like no fret markers. It's like a fretless slide. It's interesting, and yeah, it's a very interesting design, and it's just like an auto slide guitar. Like it just sounds like a slide guitar at all times. It's interesting, but I don't know how a titanium guitar would sound. Not if the guitar was solid. I mean, if the guitar was solid, you'd have like. I mean, also, I mean, titanium isn't magnetic. It's not gonna cause any problems. I mean, I have a 3D printed guitar. 3D printed guitars are heavy as balls because it's a block. It's just a block of polymer composite, and even if it's been hollowed out, it's still pretty heavy. And the problem is because of how the body is. I've noticed it's on my Guild Wars guitar. The body did this really slightly. I'm over exaggerating, but the body went like that because of the pressure of the strings in the bridge. So it kind of warped it. So I've had to readjust the bridge a little bit. So it's warped just slightly. The neck's fine because it's maple, but a 3D printed guitar is it's cool, but like it's got its problems. Like you need like a stronger, more denser type of polymer, and the problem is that makes it much heavier. So yeah, they're a cool gimmick, but they're really heavy and kind of bulky. They're great for prototyping shapes though, because you can just make that with a 3D printer. Boom. That's the thing though. I don't want to go light. I want to go medium. And not chapstick, Chapman stick. Chapstick is the thing you put on your lips, just letting you know. Yeah, I don't want to go light. I don't want guitars that weigh like 4 pounds, because I don't feel like there's a guitar there. And it's like, I want to have like a little bit of weight, but not like a Les Paul or my ML3, which weighs more than a Les Paul. It's like 10, 12 pounds. It's like, no thanks. I want to have a back when I'm done. Like, assuming I can get this on the airplane, which I should be okay with that if I have it on a soft case. I'm going to bring this guitar with me to MagFest, and I'm going to walk around with it. And I want to be able to walk around with it for several hours in a day with my back hurting. By the way, when I talk about scale exercises, this lick is 2 scale exercises combined together. It's like the... like that. And then it's the, like that one, combined together. Like, it's just those 2 licks together. So, like, you're talking about scale exercises and guitar and stuff like that, there you go. It's literally just moving up and down scales. Yeah. Actually, that's totally fine. For whatever reason, I thought I didn't play that good, but I totally played that fine. Alright, we do pro elite tactic here. Damn it, my grip strength. My grip strength is really good. There we go. Okay. Okay. Give that a quick little listen. Turn out the metronome. Give it a quick listen here to make sure I didn't screw anything up the end here. Gets drunk? Dude, I'm like 200 pounds and Italian. Also a musician. I've had the equivalent of like half a glass of red wine in sips. If that gets you drunk, man up. Jesus. Take her easy, Magic Carp. I was making it. I was making a joke too, Magikarp. That was the joke I was making. Like, ha ha! You're on a SAS stream. I don't know why I'm still doing this. The moment's over. Also, I don't know why I'm whispering. It's not like I'm trying to hide it from the camera. Anyways, take her easy, eh? Also, did I do this? Okay, good enough. All right, cool. Clean guitar part, and then bass, and then we'll call it a night for that. Because I have to still learn how to play all the leads. Because there's a lot of leads in this song. There's a lot of melodies. Sorry, playing a Hendrix song there for a second, but in the wrong tuning. Alright. Now we do the little clean melody part in the middle. The little break of intensity there, because up at this point the song's pretty intense, so nice to have a nice one part that's a little, not punch you in the face extreme. And bam. Joke. If I was ever going to do that, which I'm probably not going to, I would definitely do it like a... Anyways, enough of that. That's how I'd probably do it, because there's enough metal covers of that out there in the world. Alright. Okay, what was it? It was like like that. So move that. Get rid of all that, and bam. So it's like... Alright, rip and pepperoni. Do that so I don't accidentally get the extra strings. Yeah. Oop. Weird. We did an audio hiccup there. Weird audio hiccup. Weird. Yeah. Give myself some room there. Yeah. Brain, stop farting. And then down a step. Beep. Without lag, please. Without me lagging out. No, I have not. Hold on a second here. I'm going to refresh my audio because it's clearly doing something I don't like. Bam. Applying those audio changes. Do down an octave. Do like that. Yeah, let's do it like that instead. Yeah, I'll do it down an octave. And double check mid tune. Like just the sheer amount of times I've tuned in this one session here, you see why an overtune would be really, really handy. It'd be super handy. So I could just play. I don't have to sit there and go, oh, because I'm kind of a freak for that. I want to make sure everything's in tune. I hate when things are like slightly out of tune. It pisses me off. Actually, no, with how the bass is going to go, I should probably do it that octave up. Otherwise, it's going to sound really bizarre. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Funny, the one clean part that's like 3 notes. Problems, the shreddy part. Whatever. Alright, I'm gonna just change the guitar tone a bit. Not giving a fib. You clearly are not new. You clearly are new to my channel, because I've done several covers in which I have done live drums, including Pokemon covers. All you have to do is go look. The trick is I'm not going to tell you which ones are the live drums, because the sound. Oh, you mean live drums on stream? No, God no. The sheer technical nightmare of that would be an absolute mess. I can't do that on my computer. One of these days I'll actually stream me doing the drum part, though. I usually just do it myself and then just get it set up. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm currently fiddling with my program to try different effects to get a different sound. this, and do this. Cool, and the is the bass part. The bass part will do the boom, 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 boom underneath it. Beep and a beep. Let's do that one more time. Did I do both? Okay, to do the middle. Just making sure. Just want to make sure you use the right pickup combination. Let's do it again. Almost. Yeah. But, come on, me. Yeah. Hands. Hands did not cooperate right now. Come on, hands. No, I'm not going to cooperate, hands. Come on. It's literally like the last guitar part. Jesus. Nope. Hit the wrong string. Wrong string has been hit. Alright. Alright, now we go like this. Ah, she's a little low. Stop it. There we go. So I recently picked up the Verb Suite from Slate Digital, and they're freaking fantastic. And I've always tried. I'm just now trying to find an excuse to use it at any possible given time I possibly can. That's a bunch of analog reverbs over the years, famous ones that it's modeled after, and it sounds glorious. And I will defend until victorious. Right, that leaves bass. Bass knowledge. Assuming I have time, maybe I'll do an actual, maybe I'll do a mix, stream. We'll see. After requesting my setup a little bit differently here so you can see all the windows I'm opening. Whereas right now all you can see is the arrange window and the chat window right now. So I can look at all the things in the background. Porn. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, like hundreds of dollars. Like, all the money I make on YouTube and through Patreon and through all album sales go directly back into this. Like, just this last week I spent $400 on new plugins? $400? So all that money that I get from Patreon, from album sales and stuff like that, it just goes right back in to the process to make even better stuff for you guys. So whether it be new plugins, new equipment, new cameras, new stuff like that, new programs to edit with, all that good stuff. I'll maybe grab a bass, and then we will bass the world of Scooby-Dabba-Doo, and then we'll call that a night. BRB. Oh yeah, no, music production stuff ain't cheap. It's expensive. Actually, for what I paid for those plugins, that's actually quite cheap. That's quite a reasonable price. It's just, yeah, they tend to not be overly inexpensive. No, record label would be all the money would go right back into the record label into people's pockets. No, let's not beat around the bush here. Oop. Alright, for the nature of this cover, I'm going to use a pick, because it's a lot of, especially with that crazy... Because that'll help clean it up a little bit, help that clarity. And we're going for that clarity, you know what I'm saying? Where did I put my bone pick? There it is, way over there. Buffalo bone, activate. Stay. Actually, would you like to know something really funny about record labels? So that cash advance they give you to go record the albums and stuff like that, as a band, you know, that money they give you so you can go, you know, make your albums and stuff like that. Well, here's the thing. The record labels, or the recording studios they send you to, 9 times out of 10, actually 10 times out of 10, owned by the record label. So really, they're giving you an advance, asking you to pay interest on it, and they're not actually giving you any money. They're just making straight profit off of you because they own the record label, they own the studio, which ultimately makes them the money anyways. So it makes it plus interest. So yeah, that's kind of a backwards scam thing, which is one of the reasons why I love YouTube so much and the new modern media, because you can circumvent crap like that. You don't have to deal with crap like that anymore. You can pretty much, you know, if an artist gets a big enough fan base, and I'm not talking millions of people, I'm just talking like, you know, a good chunk of people who, you know, buy their stuff. they will be able to thrive and live off of their craft. It's kind of like Jim Sterling, how he is completely self-independent. It took him 10 years to get to that point. But, it's, he's completely free and clear, owns all of his own stuff. Again, as a business owner, you tend to, have to deal with all of the issues yourself. But, no worries. I mean, again, the thing is, the music business is a business, right? Like, I hate not to bum anyone out, but, like, the actual business of music has very little to actually play music. It's more about marketing and connections and basically representing yourself as a brand, right? That's the big thing. It's and that goes across everything, not just pop music and the big record labels, but even with metal and stuff like that. It's like knowing how to recognize yourself and sell yourself as a brand. Time to learn the bass part. Also, it's time to tune. Time for that bass. Bass. Well, almost time for the bass. The bass shall return in a moment. The bass will return. So you can tell I'm getting tired because I'm now resorting to dumb jokes. And that's not good. That's not good. I mean, it is quarter after 2 in the morning. And it's did a lot of sleep last night, so I wouldn't mind getting a decent sleep tonight. And like that. And like that. And like that. And like that. Boop. And let's just clear that out of there. I guess the question is, what's going on with the bass parts? I'm gonna go like... It's the big thing is gonna be this thing. You're all wrong. Sennheiser's got nothing on Shure. I said Shure. S-H-U-R-E. You know, the guys who make the SM58? Those guys. And you know all the money's going towards the product when you buy it because you never hear any advertisements from them on their TV. Take her easy, old blood. Cool. That should be good for the bass part. Let me actually record it. And double check my tuning because I'm paranoid. Boom. Also, that wine is starting to hit me, so no more wine for tonight. Like that. But, you know, better. Better take. You know, let's just full down pick. Let's just full down pick the whole song with the bass part. I got a little freaked out there not giving an F because my name is James. Got a little freaked out when you said that. It's like, yeah. Too many Jameses, man. James is too common of a name. Gotta be better names. I wish I had one of those cool, weird names from like the Middle East or Asian stuff like that. James is just too British. It's like too standard. Too biblical. Nah, I like the name James. I actually do like the name James. I'm just making jokes. Nope. Boop. Not America. Haha. I thought it was John. I thought John was the most American. Oh, give me that bass lick again here. I thought John was more common than James. Interesting. Alright, try this again here. Beep. Yeah, I want to do that octave. I want to do that octave, but just gotta work it in. Oops. Come on. Bass parts, man. If you flub one note, oh, it's gonna sound terrible. Huh, weird. You know what? I'm curious. Since you're looking up America, let me look up Canada. What? Yeah, all I'm getting is baby names, but it doesn't really count. And James is quite far down the list of baby names. It's 27. Top one right now is Aiden, And then second one is Jacob. And then Ethan, Nicholas, Matthew, Ryan, Tyler, Jack, Joshua, Andrew, Dylan, Michael, Connor, Caden, Jaden, Noah, Zachary, Alexander, Logan, Caleb, Nathan, Jackson, William, Evan, Joseph, Benjamin, James. So pretty standard biblical type names. Interesting. And now we know. And now we know. And knowing is half the battle, as they say. Boop. Boop. And now we know that magic little tidbit. Back to base. Yeah. Alright, that's much better. I think I got that one. Let's give that a quick play. Yeah, the list I was looking at was 2015. Nope. Fail. Bad. Bad me. Nope. Pushed shot. Need that pushed shot. Too early on that slide. I'll try again. Hello, Simund. Coming right there. Without that latency. Boop. Hello, Fortnite. So for bass parts there, well, we're on the bass, so we're pretty much done for the rhythms today. We just gotta finish up the bass part. Although I have to basically play this on a bass. Which will take a few passes. That'll take a few passes. Alright, see if I can do it on my first try. Nope, not even close. Not even freaking close. Alright, this is going to be a pain in the ass on bass. This is a pain in the ass on guitar, so I don't know. I'm going to give it a few tries. If not, I'm just going to hold down the brute. Because I think that'll be plenty if I just hold down the root. Wow, I did it. Clearly you guys believed in me. Get a little bit of extra. I want to get just clean like that. There you go. Yeah, missed it. I want to make sure this is clean. I don't want any two notes clashing together. Boop. Do that again. That's what it is. Okay. Boop. Well, thanks for hanging out, Nyla Zealot. Appreciate it. Don't let the bad bugs bite. And if the dude take your shoe, welcome to the black and blue. Woo, rhymes. Oh man. Oh geez, I don't think I've ever heard that since I was like 8. Jesus, I can't even still remember that. That's what my mom used to say to me when I was going to bed. I will do that part as a either clean or whatever. Hey, Terratunes, good morning / evening. Double check my tune here. Yeah, Devil's Notes, activate. Okay. Okay, what's the second part of this? That goes, there you go. That's what it is. Okay. Big Reedy Simmons. There you go, so like that. Is that a serious question? Get greased. Is that a serious question? Did I see that movie? Was that an honest question? Because if that was an honest question, you should just leave now. You should just leave right now. Uh-oh. Is it loading? Oh, it's loading that stupid thing. Okay, get out of there. No, I don't want that. Sure. Yeah, and Dave Grohl's The Devil. Oh, I love it. I love that movie so much. Really? Okay, well, not giving a go watch Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny. Jesus. Bass! No, don't do that. Don't do that, bass. Also, does this cut properly? Yes. Beep. That could get greased. I'll go right there. I think for the second pass, I'll do open bass because I already did the bass line back here with the big crazy part. I think for this part, I'll do a much more simpler bass part. Yeah, I'll do like that. Oh yeah, number one. I'm already buzzed. It's still ringing out. I can see the file. The noise gate kicked in though. Good. Good enough. More than enough to work with here. Pop. Have like the so like second half would be like just like with the first half with phase one of the fight. quick mixing here. Taker, is you not giving up? Beep. And they get greased. Back off a little bit of the gain on the amps there. It's a little too gainy. Too much gain. Back off that gain. I'm just hearing just too much saturation. A little bit less saturation. starting to sound good. Let's try a different cabinet. Alright, we're going to do something a little bit unorthodox, and by unorthodox I mean amazing. Watch and learn the amazingness that is having multiple amp and cab simulators. Boop. go like this. I'll just kill the entire, bypass the speaker altogether. Put this back here. So currently right now it sounds like ass. Because you're just hearing the amp. It will sound better in a second. Yep. Much better. Currently, if you're wondering, if for all the tech nerds out there, I am running this into 2 notes, Torpedo Wall of Sound 3. So I'm just bypassing the cab, or the cab impulse in bias altogether, and routing it directly into an instance of Wall of Sound. The problem is it's not truly bypassed because for whatever reason, even though it's a bypass speaker, you can still put a mic up to it, which kind of sounds silly. Yeah. Kind of the silly thing about that, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm currently running it into an Engel vintage Celestian cabinet with a Nightfall microphone. It's giving me a much beefier tone. Just to make it a bit more beefy, like this. I'm going to mix and match. So we're going to have that going. We're going to have a 57. Put it not in the middle, off axis, as you would say. And that is a Ribbon 121, by the way, I'm using for that right now. I'm just experimenting with different mics. So by doing it this way, I can actually mix and match mics and play their strengths, so I can get one that covers more of the frequency, so it's just this wall of sound, hence the name Wall of Sound. watch those low frequencies. Take her easy, Florida Knight. Thank you for stopping by. Before I wrap this up, I just want to go here to the breakdown. Actually, what I should be doing is this. Should be cleaning up these guitars too before I, just since I'm on a mixing mood, might as well go clean these up too. Almost. Yeah, computer. No. Alright, well, I'm kind of mixing it, but I don't even have the full context yet because I have all the things like that. But yeah, I get the idea. By the way, fun fact, if anyone's wondering how I have my guitars, like the amp settings and that kind of set, I'll have a video, like I said, when I actually mix this, I'll do like a, screen footage, capturing my footage on the screen, not just on the things I'm using. I actually set my, my amps to, types of planes. 737, 747... 787, and so like 747, 787, 736, etc. Like planes. Then that's bass, middle, and treble, and then I just kind of play with the presence, the volume, and all kind of stuff. Sorry, breakdown over time. And actually, I'm going to listen to this one more time. Sorry, we're not done yet. Not done yet. So much for sleeping at a reasonable hour tonight. Oop, computer, come on. There we go. Alright, I think I got that where I want that. I think I got it where I want it. mostly I do lots of stuff to the drums. But that's so good. Okay, cool. Well, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I didn't intend this for going so long, but that's okay. I got a bunch of work done. Really, all I have to do now is leads, and then the synths, and then actually mix it and stuff like that. So, that will probably be Wednesday, and I'll probably do it during the day for those who are in North America and currently asleep right now, and so they can catch the story and stuff like that. And I'll probably put a little blurb up on the YouTubes to let you guys know. So anyways, thank you guys so much for stopping by, and for those who stuck it all the way to the end, I commend you. And I'm gonna go get some sleep, because I should probably sleep at some point, because I have to be at work in like 12 hours? 12 hours. Yeah, I should probably go to work at some point. Rock on. Peace out. See you next time.